3 matches this week cancelled, half already postponed for next week, and you have to ask if this is going to go away. In fact, it is probably more likely that it's going to get exponentially worse, and at this rate it's only a matter of time until games are played behind closed doors or worse. A complete halt to the league. While we await what happens, we should at least look at the games that did take place. Here's the Premier League roundup. Manchester City hammered Leeds 7-0, which saw the return of Kevin De Bruyne at his very best. 2 goals for him as well as 1 each for Foden, Grealish, Mahrez, Stones and Ake was Pep Man City's finest display in the league so far. They were missing Cancelo though, through suspension and Kyle Walker through injury, although this was not reflected in the results as Leeds were completely dismantled. Their best chance they had was Stuart Dallas's shot that rattled the post, but apart from that, it was completely one-sided. 15 shots on target highlights the attacking threat Pep has in his roster, and that is without a striker. The damage he could do with one is frightening. That means Man City retain their spot at the top for now, and after the results at 4 points clear. Dean Smith returned to Aston Villa with Norwich City but could not find a way to break their defence. A great solo goal from Jacob Ramsey gave Gerrard's men the lead, and Watkins put one away in the 87th minute to seal the 3 points, seeing Aston Villa in the top half of the table. Brighton against Wolves saw no Jimenez in the starting 11 for Laj's men as he earned himself a foolish red card last week, but a close game saw Saiz kicking a goal just before half-time. This being just enough to gain his side the win. Crucial points for Wolves, who were without a win in their last 4 games. Crystal Palace played Southampton at Selhurst Park, and Vieira's men took the lead swiftly through a Zaha goal in the 2nd minute. But a free kick conceded in the 30th and taken in the 31st by James Ward-Prowse, the free kick specialist, meant that it was level, and Armando Broja, the Chelsea loanee, gave his side the lead 4 minutes after, and it was 2-1 to the Saints at half-time. But poor defending from them in the second half gave Jordan Ayew his first of the season, and the game concluded 2-2. Southampton are now winless in their last 6 games. Possibly a reason to worry for Hasenhüttl. A London derby as Arsenal played West Ham at the Emirates Stadium, and what an opening first half it was. An action-packed 45 minutes despite it being 0-0 at the break. But Arsenal deservedly got the lead as Lacazette laid it off to Martinelli, who finished off the chance in the 48th minute. One moment in the game that was of key notice was the penalty that was given to Arsenal, where Soufal's heavy challenge on Lacazette resulted in a foul inside of the box. At first glance it was not that bad, but when you look at it even more, through VAR of course, it still didn't look bad, but they still gave a penalty. This led to Soufal's second yellow card, which meant he was off, and with Johnson injured, the Hammers will be worried as to who could play right back in the next game. After such a moot decision, Fabianski pulled off a great save, which gave the Irons hope, only for it to be crushed by Emile Smith-Rowe off the bench 3 minutes before 90. A great 3 points. This made Arsenal leapfrog West Ham into 4th, the Champions League spot that seems to be up for grabs after City, Liverpool and Chelsea. Chelsea went head-to-head with Everton, an injury-stricken Everton with a list of first-team players that could fill their starting 11. Sims was making his Premier League debut for the club, and it seemed as if it would only go one way. Severe pressure from the Blues led to nothing in the first half, but Reece James passed to Mason Mount, who slotted the opener in the near post. But Everton managed to equalise only 4 minutes later. 23 shots Chelsea had, 10 on target, but nothing more was scored, and despite 81% possession, the game ended a point apiece. Or should I say 2 points dropped for Chelsea and 1 huge point for the Toffees. Now 4 points off the top. Will Tuchel recover? The final game of the week saw Liverpool welcome Newcastle to the infamous Anfield. To much surprise, Newcastle went ahead first with a stunner from Jonjo Shelvey, but it did not take long for the Reds to take the lead, with Jota in the 21st and Mohamed Salah 4 minutes after. Now 15 Premier League games in a row to have a goal or assist, he equalled Jamie Vardy's record back in 2015. The game continued with both sides desperate for the next goal, and Trent delivered in the 87th minute. The keeper probably should have done better, but it guaranteed their 3 points, and it seems we may have, rather than a trio involved, a 2-horse race for the title. As I mentioned earlier, already 5 games have been postponed for this week, and it has to be said that this cannot go on. A pragmatic solution needs to be made fast, or the league will turn out to be a mess. With that being said, one big game is Spurs against Arsenal, and this sees a Spurs side in action after quite some time. While their attacking output is questionable, Conte's defence is definitely his strong point, and I think he will hold on to a point. 0-0 is what I think the final score will be. Aston Villa against Burnley produces only one result for me, 3-0 to the home side. Leeds against Arsenal is an interesting match, and I think the points will be shared here too, 2-2. Wolves play Chelsea, and this sees the Blues needing to bounce back after a few fluctuating weeks of football. I think they will bounce back in stylish fashion, 4-0 to the away side. Newcastle against Manchester City, and Eddie Howe can only hope to gain anything from a Man City side who seem to be on top of their game at the moment. 3-0 for me, possibly even more, but only time will tell. That's it for this week, but do let me know your predictions for the games this week and check out my team of the week. But until next time, goodbye.